Eat it with one hand, baby with nothing.
Play with my sister, play with my brother.
That was your sister, that was my summer. Came out buzzing, came out buzzing.
That was your sister, that was my summer. The introductory record, Darkseid, produced by Devin Malik. ZAY approaches this record with that chill, laid back, mellow vocal delivery, and I'm curious as to why he approached not only this song, but a majority in the bulk of this album is recorded with that sort of delivery. To me, it sounds a bit trauma-induced, and he sounds a bit shell-shocked, but the production on this song is very hypnotizing, and it has a nocturnal and nighttime feel to it.
What am I supposed to do outside but get rich? Work too hard, but boy, don't floss too hard and get your wig split. Friends who got hurt, they got new cars outside in this bitch. Barely toddlers got them purple hearts outside in this bitch.
What am I supposed to do outside but get rich? Work too hard, but boy, don't floss too hard and get your wig split. It's probably one of the more quotable lines on not only this song, but this album. How I interpret it as, this is a hot summer, whatever season he recorded this song in particular, and the piranhas are out, so proceed with caution. ZAY is giving game on how to navigate through this, but you might miss it due to his vocal delivery. And I know I missed a couple of gems on this album. I had to rewind it back. Bro, you know it's crazy to say on your streets, on your block, they going so dummy. They so much at war. They got purple hearts outside they be.
If I was you, I'd be dead. Some niggas gon' die in the cardboard, some niggas gon' die in the feds.
Some niggas gonna die in the cardboard, some niggas gonna die in the feds. You can die behind a wall, you can die in these streets. Same result, same end result. And my absolute favorite part in the song, my favorite cadence is, whatever is under that bunk bed, I ain't scared, I'm ready. They lock the horns and matter doors, okay, don't get too heavy. Shine his fang and Cuban chain, okay, don't get too heavy. He dug his grave, he came alive, okay, don't get too heavy. Now, I don't understand, are you hearing me loud and clear? I don't understand how he pulled that cadence from that beat, because that beat makes me want to go to sleep. It's very hypnotizing, but somehow he pulled out, that was mad, bruv. I gotta talk like I'm from the UK. It was mad, bruv.
Whatever was under the bunk bed, I ain't scared, I'm ready. They lock the horns with matter doors, okay, don't get too heavy. He shined his fangs, a Cuban chain, okay, don't get too heavy. They dug a grave, he came alive, okay, don't get too heavy.
That shit is cold as hell, boy. That's some cold shit right there. And I also love the audio and transitions at the end of the record to kind of link the story together. Welcome to The House is Burning. I'm your humble and gracious host, Stilo. Vienna Pellegrinos, get right into it.
You are watching a master at work.
Came out. Hey! Now the next record, From the Garden, featuring Lil Uzi Vert, produced by Keanu Beats, Banshee the Great, and Kal Banx. This record's a little bit different than the intro, a little bit more up-tempo with a little bit more of a lively delivery from ZAY. And I heard the OG beat before this record, and in my opinion, I like that OG beat a little better. I'll probably cut it in this reaction right here.
Came out bustin', came out puffin', came out fucking on your cousin. I do all these fluses worse than they daddy, but you love her.
But I like that, and I feel like it fits the vibe of this record a little bit more. But let me know in the comment box what you think of that. And I can tell immediately that this beat and many other beats on this album was perfect for a car setting, for speakers, monitors.
Check my hundreds, check my millions. We watch cable and my auntie, cause my papa wasn't trapping, but my uncle up the certain Mr. Magic, Billy Bashin,
Mr. Billy Bassin, that's Shazam, right? I don't know. I was trying to. I feel this record is an environment record, and it's probably gonna sound ridiculous. It's probably gonna sound crazy in a concert setting.
I'm not surprised, I'm on the rise, been a little ride, that is my eyes, spend it a lot.
You hold it down, I don't require, you hold it down. Now there's a couple bars in the song and many throughout the album that just make you think, ugh, ZAY, you nasty, like nut on a Gucci and beat on her mouth? I busted on her features and gave her back to Jesus? Oh my goodness.
Nigga be hating when feet on the ground.
How you gonna hate when I'm in the air and you feet on the ground? We ain't even on the same. We're not even in the same longitude and latitude, players.
Got the legit with the beat on the couch, down on the Gucci and beat on the mouth. Wait, Chanel on my feet, Uzi for on my C's. I be fucking with the bees like Muhammad Ali. I'm trying to get out of motherfucking cheese, bitch. I'm a boss, I'm wherever it be.
And I know when he played this record while it was still unreleased for, I believe, his live, and he revealed that he was going to throw the late great XXX Tentacion's ad-lib on here, and I was saddened when I heard that because it never quite came into fruition due to him dying a year after this record was cut. And I feel like that would have been a great moment. But I also like the skating rink transition at the end of this when the beat switch up. The beat switch up is like my second favorite beat on the album. Ooh, this beat is hard. I wish this beat was a little longer. This beat's hard.
Hey, it's your boy, DJ, Mr. Lou. We're here again, another Saturday night at Plenty Bugs, hot chips and cheese.
Hot chips and cheese.
Make sure you don't eat on the skate floor. I repeat, do not eat on the skate floor.
Yo, anybody who was on the skate rink and they was actually, let me know. Let me know. I feel like in the South they got like a skating culture more than the West. But like, no, not to say that people in the West don't skate. Like that'd be cap. But like, I've never had nobody came back from the skating rink where I was growing up and they slipped on some cheese. But that interlude's dope as hell though. Next record, R.I.P. Young. Sweet. I'm still here. I'm still in this thing. I'm here forever. The next record, R.I.P. Young, produced by Kal Banx. The vocal sample on this record appears to be a Project Pat sample according to Genius, but let me know in the comment box if I'm mistaken. And the melodic loop that's prevalent throughout the record has been featured on a lot of different rap records throughout history. And I'm a little bit more familiar with this sample. And on this record, ZAY settles back into a more chiller, laid-back flow to match the vibe. And I remember ZAY tweeting out that he didn't think us as fans would like R.I.P. Young, but I definitely feel the record is dope.
We work to work, you late to work, I highlight and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December.
My dog had me that cup. Like candy. And I felt like ZAY didn't do too much rapping on this record. I felt like he was just floating. And he's a lot more versatile than what I give him credit for in terms of finding pockets and cadences and different flows and able to say so much without using an excessive amount of words.
I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my shit,
it was just us, bitch.
Fuck it up, drive.
Hop in my ride, head in the bitch. On the west side, on the 110, swinging my nuts. You're ZAY in the background, swinging my nuts. Pop small, pop shit, pop special. Nigga don't pop too much. Spaceship's fake, bro. Kanye, young nigga don't stick too long. And the skit at the end of this record is very funny.
I'm thugged out, nigga, but I just seen a motherfucking
rainbow. Yep.
I ain't that motherfucking thugged out, nigga. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. My baby mama probably at the end of that bitch with her gold digging ass, nigga.
With her gold digging ass, Nick. Alright. I already did a reaction to this record. Did a reaction to review, but it was initial review of how I felt on the beginning of the record. Like when it first came out, I felt like hearing this record at a concept of the album, just singular. I didn't really get the vibe of it. You know, I really get what he's going for. But in the context of the album, it definitely slaps. But I already did that. How I feel about it now, it fits right into the scheme of the album. But I'm not going to do a second reaction to it when I already did it. But when you go back to that, just know that I have a different opinion now. Next record, Claymore, Smino.
Let me call it easier to come over here, kiss you, we about to get so gone. Let me call up Peaches as my other rib, kiss you, we about to get gone.
I see Apple Music got some lyrics wrong because I think that's my other rib. Like rib, I don't think it's rip. But you know, I could be wrong though.
Losing myself, I'm high. You can control yourself. Over the bed, you done destroyed yourself.
Claymore featuring Smino, produced by Groove, J Labs, and Kal Banx. This is easily my favorite record on the album, and Smino easily has my favorite guest feature on the album as well. He straight up left Earth, knocked it out the park. I can tell this record was tailor-made for Smino. Everything was dope. Everything's dope. But I got one question, Smee. I got one question for you. Just answer this for me. Who do you know still going live on Periscope in 2021? I don't know a soul. I know nobody else going to ask you this question, so I had to ask, who do you know is still going live on Periscope?
Looking at me like Mista, take photos with a telescope. Cause you been running with the lens unknown. Only going live on Periscope. You don't know everything, literally get a little better when you speak loud and clear. See everything that you doubting for that energy, not the loudest.
But this record has a great vibe to a great energy. Feels like a smoke break rotation type of record. Pool party vibes, kickback vibes. And I like the audio transition at the end of this record, that burning sound that goes with the theme of the album. I thought that was dope. Hey. good as hell. Next record, Headshots. Already did a reaction on it. I'm gonna link it right here.
Hey. Okay, you're coming by surprise in my brand new way. Hey. Baby, beat me in the scope. If I'm gone, don't trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who want a shot, wanna die? Let me know. I got two on the hip and a night. No bigger D say you smooth like an R&B song. How you keep them hoes out? You man, they killing me. Numero uno, might kick shit like judo.
Now the next record, Headshots, produced by Henry Was and Hollywood Cole. Cole has one of the best producer tags that I've ever heard, but I'm a Martin guy. So if you get Martin, you know what I'm saying, you understand. Cole, you stupid. Fire tag, smash record. And we all thought that, maybe it's just me, I thought maybe we'd be on the same wavelength to where we would think this record is inspired by Outkast. That's what I would think. But no, Zay said that this record was inspired by Anthony Hamilton. I would have never guessed that. It's still a fire record either way. It has deep southern roots to it. And if I've never been to the South before, if I've never seen it, don't have any family members that's from the South, I know that if I pop this album in and this song in, I would have an idea of the pacing, the culture, and the vibe of what it's like to be in the South. I got one question, though, Zay. Just one question. It's on this record, one question. You said you was kicking shit like judo, right? You said you was kicking shit like judo, right? My brother, there's no such thing as a judo kick. It's only a judo flip, right? Am I wrong? Am I bugging? There's only one judo flip. I've been waiting to get this off my chest for a very long time, and right now is my time. But I had to say that on the record. But the vocal sample that is throughout the record, that is kind of just playing in the background throughout the record, has a very haunting and chilling vibe to it. That I can't do it right. I can't do it. Don't laugh at me. I can't do it right. But that right there, it added a nice touch along with the saxophone at the end of this record. And the next record, All Herb, featuring Amindi, produced by Devin Malik. Genius described this as a record about distant love, hurt feelings, and herbs. But I think it's a bit deeper than that. Sleep in the back cause you're broke is all perfect. Sleep on the cash, it was life, it's all real. Had me thinking about Zay's come up. He's hungry, low on cash. Then he gets signed to TDE. His life has changed forever. He's with this esteemed label with other talented individuals, and then within a blink of an eye, the money goes as fast as it comes in.
Made me the feel with the funk, we all need you. Mixing the feel with the facts, we all heard. Play in the dark, where you at, it's our secret. If I'ma die, make it big, we all heard. Sleep in the back, cause you broke, it's all perfect. Sleep on the cash, it was life, it's all real. Laid on the floor, I was broke, it's all worth it.
He finds himself in a predicament where he develops some unhealthy habits and he fell on hard times again. I've never heard of Amindi, but I really like the tone of her voice. Added a bit of calmness to the storm.
Lay in the field, bring it down, we all heard.
I call this phase how to break up with a breakdown. Been trying to find a way out. I'm waiting for the catch.
I really like her voice a lot. Now the next record, Hey Mista, produced by Kal Banx. This was the record upon first listen that made me understand and it clicked with me that I was doing myself a disservice as a listener on this album. And I was standing in my own way from having fun and the most enjoyable experience I could by listening to this album.
I'll leave right now.
I'll leave right now, Cal.
Okay.
I'll fucking leave, bro.
I'll fucking leave, bro.
Hey,
Fucking leave.
I'm parking. As you can tell, I've heard it already. So I mean, hey, what does that? Nigga, is that a malaria? Goddamn mosquito? Goddamn. So if I die on camera, telling people no Isaiah Rashad. Actually, fitting that it's Isaiah Rashad. I'm gonna give you Isaiah Rashad quote. I'm the best they never heard. You feel me? Tell them. But I need to understand a little bit more and have a little bit more fun and understand where Zay is coming from. He has records where he's introspective on his album, and he has records where he's talking about the women. He's talking about, you know, putting his women on stocks and investments, you know, and having a great time being energetic and playful. And this beat on this record it's eclectic, and it gives Zay the space to be able to do whatever he wanted to do.
All them bitches gon' tease like we was on stage and we was on porches. Yeah. Some nigga got a little pay, they got a little horses, got a little fortress. Yeah. I was just having them days, they hit the subway, and now we hit Porsche.
And you could just say like, you a fever, don't sweat me when I'm hot, you want some leisure.
I got the big drug, parking trying to say the word, I dropped the eco.
This record was pretty much a freestyle, and he went in with this idea with this record that I can't record a bad record. So I'm just gonna freestyle and having a great time. And he said that the second verse on this record was all jokes. It was strictly jokes. And it came out to be fun, and I really enjoyed this record.
Can I bring my bitches slow? Can I bring my bitches on stacks? And some good investment spots in the new direction bus. And the Gucci baby hot. And the Uber rated shot. And for you it's this and top. Every generation too cool for complications. Don't leave my Johnson right in pimp. Or you prostitute and bite that piranha baby. Say it's your concert baby.
That's a hard line. Bite that piranha baby. Say it's your concert baby. I'm gonna take that. I'm jacking that.
One of them bitches gon' tease like we was on stage and we was on porches. Yeah, the same they got a little pay, they got a little horse, they got a little fortress. Yeah, I was just having them days, they just away, and now we hit Porsche.
Yeah, what I gotta tell you ain't me, man. My brother was a running driver, that's me, man. Can't make it too relaxed.
Next record, True Story, featuring J Rock and Jay Worthy, with Amindi on background vocals, produced by Devin Malik. It's my second favorite record on the album, next to Claymore. And J Rock absolutely smashed his verse. I'm the Easties, you know I charge a fee for this. If I was down before this verse, and I'm back on my feet with this. Top dog alumni with it, huh?
I'm the Easties, they know I charge a fee for this. If I was down before this verse, then I'm back on my feet with this. Say we gotta eat with this, still hungry, they peeping it. Clean the plate off immediately, completely. We ain't leaving shit. I know they can't believe it. I'm bleeding it, sliding, leaning on.
And to me, when I first heard this, it sounded like Juvenile a little bit. He used a Han flow, but he can really rap, and I would love to see a documentary on J Rock and his progress as an artist throughout the years. I think the world needs that. And Jay Worthy came with some real West Coast player energy that I like. Overall, this record is laid back and cool, and I love the bassline notes in the production as well. They're very funky. Very funky. I like it.
You know I do it for the gang. Pull up on my niggas with the train. AP on my wrist, 100K. That's for real. Fuck around, bitch. I do it like a Cheeto. Getting off this weight like it's keto.
My brother going cover, he was fishing around.
My daddy got you, baby, wasn't working at all.
And I sweat, it's a shred.
We're gonna turn this one a little bit louder than the original ones, alright? Hey.
I was tripping, you was stripping, who the pilot? With my bitch, eat me up while I'm driving. And I swear, it's a show, not a riot. And I had a nightmare last night that I wasn't counting up. We had too many hoes in this bitch, I had to round them up. Like I had too many hoes in my face, I had to cut them off.
How player is that? And I had too many hoes in my face, I had to cut them off.
What you said? Each kid I make you on trunk waving at them all. Hoes on your better tell, hate when they in it for. Geek on my better back, but I'm overcharged.
The next record on the album, What You Said, featuring iamdoechii and Kal Banx, produced by Rory Bear, Kal Banx, and Amiri Johnson. This record feels like another homage to the South, with the cowbells in the production as well as the tempo of it. It just feels like a 3 6 Mafia Project Pat Juicy J type of Southern record, but I absolutely love it. Now, out of every song on the album, I would say this is the one I've played consistently back to back. iamdoechii absolutely had a killer verse. She lost her roof, and I love her ad-libs on the song as well. I feel like she added an extra layer of melody that made her verse and the record pop as well.
But I make them leak up, yeah, drink, but I make them drink up, yeah, go on,
I know when I sneak up,
yeah, pills, but I make them geek, yeah, drunk on a Saturday, hoes is mad,
You hear that back? Hoes is mad. Hold on.
Drunk on a Saturday,
looking bad when you spaz with your girls and your ass.
Go girl.
Bad like your girl from the elbow and end.
Hey.
Keep it bad, go and take, go let it air out. Drop it fast, let it spaz, go let your hair down. Shush when I say I get it done. When you speak, I see up. Flip it back and make it run. When it's done, I leak up. Get ahead like you a kid. Show no face if you discreet. Come and put the drink on me if you wanna leave.
Body bag. That's a body bag. And the next record, Don't Shoot, produced by Rory Bear and Kal Banx. I have more of an emotional connection with this record more than any other record on this album. I have a different relationship though with every song on this album. Some records are upbeat, meant to get hyped to, ride around to, and indulge in your vices if you take part in that. And this record felt a little bit more quiet and meditative. It just felt like a thinking record, and I connected with the topic of the record a lot. To me, I interpret it as just the thoughts of the people of this country think in our inner city communities on a day-to-day basis. The world is on fire, and sometimes all you can do is watch it burn from the distance. And I love the addition of the saxophone towards the end of the record as well. Let's get right into it. Don't shoot.
You are watching a master at work.
Check me out. Hey. Southside say you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't show. Yeah. Southside say you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't. Yeah, outside, my dude, he said he got a new job on Dubs. Vacate, no time, so even a vacate, get high.
It's giving me real Section 80 vibes.
Don't die, my dude. This is finna go down, no bloods. Can't blame your guys. Sometimes you gotta maintain your side. My days too long. Sometimes I wanna lay down in love.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't got nothing to lose.
I'm just in my vibe right now. I'm in my element.
Crib little kangas. Yeah, that drink ain't feeling my face, ain't feeling no pain. Baby, come down and build that stress on top of your head. Be right Mercedes. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes. If I wasn't rapping, baby. If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be right Mercedes. I knew it was so related. My old bitch was overrated. If you pop that pill, remember niggas full like 150. If you want that cop, remember niggas full like. You gotta die. What you gonna do with me? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it?
Hey.
The way you suck a dick, you get a B+. You got L. The way you suck a dick, you get a Prius. You got L.
This record really reminds me of Dick Pleaser by Lil Wayne from Dedication 3. And the bass on this record is actually a bully. The bass is crazy, and it's crazy in the whip madness. But it's so nice of Zay to award his mistress, side piece, sneaky link, whatever you want to call it, with a Prius for her eggplant licking abilities. A Prius, what a car to give a girl for cunnilingus activities.
Imagine how niggas came up from the south, knowing them streets done did you dirt. Coming up these nigga with no fan, pussy ass nigga don't touch my stash. I wanna count on these Benjamins, she wanna fuck on the Benjamins, suck on my Benjamins, make a predicament, breaking the ligament, having a epiphany. We just kicking it, we were just kicking it. You got it. You got it.
You got it. Now the next record, The Score, featuring SZA and Black, produced by Kenny Beats. Kenny Beats put his foot in his beat. Boy, I had to say that because I heard his tag, but I'm pretty sure Kal Banx had contributions towards the production as well. If this album is a nighttime album, then this song feels like the nighttime winding down. It feels like a sunset, sunrising type of record. Hey! Oh! Hold on. Wait, you gotta get it real drum. You gotta get real play, real vibe. Let me see. I'm just gonna vibe with you. I'm gonna kick with you. I'm not gonna do too much. I know it's a little loud on a couple other records, but right here, I'm just gonna vibe. I'm gonna cool out, alright? Let's go. But it's a beautiful record, beautiful album. And I'm going to say something that everybody's been thinking. I'm just going to say it. Isaiah, Rashad, and SZA, when they get on a record together, they don't miss. I think they're undefeated. Actually, I don't think I know. I'm pretty sure that they're undefeated. Just beautiful music together. I love it. I enjoy it. And I also enjoyed Black's contributions towards the record as well. I feel like his verse and his vibe fit this record to a T, and it was a great feature choice.
I was too old. I put it over peace. You know I read a right eye with you. What was you doing for the gas? I've never had a reach. You know I want to ride eye with you.
I want to sing this to a girl so bad. You know, any volunteers, let me know. Hit my inbox. Let's go.
Boy, this shit alive. Me when I'm racing daylight, I'm gone. Cause never hit the freeway, get go some lost. I know this. got me at the store. They got me like don't leave her.
And I just decided you ain't worth my time. Can't get you off of my mind. Can't risk. Little did I give it all. You will be dying to get right with you.
Both my hands tied, but I still keep score. Play for the same squad, never leave her. We both put up points, think I need her. Hop out all brown, she a cheater. That dress make you pop like Believer. Play right, goddamn. I be here from daylight to night, I am.
All the night, goddamn it. Troy right, goddamn it. Keeping score tonight.
Damn it. Like, God damn it. Got me like, don't leave her. I like that a lot. Now, the next record on the album, The House is Burning, the self-titled record produced by Tiggy and Free P. Now, I was reading into this record, and what I gathered as well is that it's a record about ZAY struggling with alcoholism and substance abuse and dealing with his vices.
Who's that fucking?
Hey,
Who's that?
who's that creeping in my?
Who's that? Too much of that. Yeah, who's that creeping in my window? Who's that? Who's that fucking with my conscience? Who's that creeping in my window? Who's that fucking with my conscience?
Chain swinging, still empty. Fuck it. Hoes choosing, still empty. Fuck 'em. I don't even like Henny.
Fuck it, and you shouldn't like Henny. Henny is strictly disgusting. You should only, I said this on multiple videos, you should only be drinking Henny as a dare. I dare you, I bet you won't drink that Henny though. Do not be drinking Henny as a first option. That's disgusting. You're a grown up now, right? You need to taste your taste. You need to treat your taste buds better, right? They deserve better. You deserve better, right? Back into the album. Let's go. Let's get right back. Yeah, let's get right back.
Still drinking, ducking.
What I gathered from influences as far as the sound, I got a Goody Mob and Missy Elliott and Timbaland type of vibe with the flow drums and just flow patterns. And I had to check the credits, and they're credited in the record, so I found that to be dope. I also saw Missy Elliott post Isaiah Rashad's flow, like really her flow to the record with fire emoji, so I felt that was dope.
I'm vibing to the beach.
Top down, low down, see my beats. There they go.
Smoke a pound, stomach growl, let me feast. I need it, everything in my reach.
That what we preach. That my nigga, no go. Don't tell Rashad, he's a star on the low. And raising bars like Lamar on the pogo. I'm selling art, selling souls like the go-go. At the dojo.
But to me, this record feels like one big mind trip. Feels like Isaiah Rashad's mind is playing tricks on him, playing games on him. No Ghetto Boys. But I would love to see a visual for this record. I feel like it'd be trippy. You gotta be one of those winding 360 cams that has the room spinning. You know, the camera gotta be spinning like the wheels on a Dada sneaker. You feel me? Like, you may not remember that. I mean, that's a little throwback for y'all, but I love the record, and I feel like a visual would be really dope for this type of record.
Who's there fucking with my conscience?
Hey. Hey. Hey.
We got Timbo, Missy. Yeah, I don't know everybody. I don't know everybody's real names, and there's probably some Goody Mob in here too, more than likely. So, the last and final record on the album, "Happy Birthday to You," produced by Kal Banx, Rory Bear, The Antidote, and Crooklyn. This record opens up with a kid questioning if there is a heaven, and we don't know, which is one of the most consistent questions that plagues human existence. And the wind chimes on the skit made it very visual for me.
Is there a heaven?
Yes.
How do you know that?
We have reached the last song on the album, the last song, The House is Burning reaction review. You've been watching me this long. You watching this right now, hear me talk about, right now. I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. Decided to spend your time with me, so I hope this is worthwhile. I hope I gave you, great review. Hope I did ZAY justice by this. Anyways, last song on the album. We made it. 5-year gap since the Suns tirade. You should stay a little longer, ZAY. 5-year gaps is kind of crazy, man. I don't know if we can wait another 5. I mean, it's good music. We gonna wait another 5. If you made us wait another 5, we not gonna like it, but you get what I mean. Let's get right into it. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I hope it all makes sense to ball like this, the larger dress. Ain't nothing stopping me but parking fees. Many hands settle down. If you don't ever get yourself straight, who the fuck is you gonna help me? I pray for many Thanksgivings. I pray that Tifa don't cook. You know her mama put sugar in their greens. That's it.
People put sugar in their greens, bro?
Yes,
Lord.
I want my payback.
Song feels like an upper and then a downer. My favorite line on this record is, I can't go as far as Nevada. See, I only seen Vegas. If not, these niggas bet your senses betray ya.
I can't go far as Nevada. See, I only seen Vegas. If not, these niggas bet your senses betray ya.
I think that's senses. Oh, it's sisters. Is it sisters or senses? Because I think I just said on the review it's senses. But I like, if not these, but like it makes sense if it's not these niggas but your sisters betray ya. But I just like senses, like SENN. I can't even spell senses right now. SENSES. I like that better. I don't know. Like I had mentioned earlier in the review, this feels like a complete 180, a reset button on life, and a redemption story. The second half of the record, after the long pause, has an older feel to it. He introduced the record with a chanting, "You are now a human being," with some really soul-crushing lyrics, like she's sick and tired of the distance. I'm a ghost. This ain't the time of my life, but I'm still on drugs. Old school close out. Great vibes. Great energy. Half of the record sounds like Zay feels like he's back on track, and the other half seems like he may choose to be a ghost over being on the scene. And hopefully we see you more often, Zay. Long time no see, man. Stay around a little longer, my G. Dope album, though, collectively. The album of trying to break the cycle, make new beginnings, and still fall into the same pitfalls of your vices. Trying to break free. It's a continuous cycle. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. Just a flawed human being. A talented, flawed human being appears to be the story on A House is Burning. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's all from me, Steve Lavino, Pellegrino. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Shwee!